who's best, the former two-time UFC light heavyweight title challenger Alexander Gustafsson, certainly a guy who gave you a fight in Houston back in the day. That was the fight of the night in UFC 192, and I know taught you a lot about yourself as a fighter.
Yes, I learned a lot of lessons in that fight against Gustafsson. But you look at Alexander, and people want to question whether or not he has the durability, the toughness to overcome insurmountable odds. Trust me, he does. He has fantastic footwork, underrated wrestling, and very, very good boxing. A very smart guy. Trains out of the All-Stars Academy out in Sweden, has great coaching, and it shows every time he steps foot in the octagon.
Yeah, he hinted at retirement a few years ago, but his head and his heart seem to be in the right place. Alexander Gustafsson looking to prove a point here tonight. Alexander Gustafsson ready to make another major statement here tonight. All right, so here we go. One of the fighters that a lot of people think could make a championship run in this division. And the term well-rounded obviously is overused in modern-day mixed martial arts, but I think it applies.
Yeah, absolutely, Johnny. We speak privately about these fighters, and when we talk about this kid, we talk about what is in the future. Because when you look at him short-term, I think you're not doing him justice. This guy possesses all the skills in order to be an elite-level mixed martial artist. Now, is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. But he seems to have the foundation, a framework to become a UFC champion. Let's see if he can continue on that path with a victory tonight.
And one thing he all but guaranteed was a finish, either by knockout or submission, so we'll see if he gets it. Jon Jones, set to fight the Mauler, Alexander Gustafsson. Tell the tape for this, our main event of the evening. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Alexander Gustafsson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight world champion, Jon Jones!
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. All right, here we go. Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson set to run it back. Of course, their first meeting at UFC 165, one of the greatest fights in UFC light heavyweight history. You wonder if Gus might change the approach here, though, as they meet again, and maybe take some more calculated risks to really try to get Jones out.
He really needs to be a little more aggressive in this fight. In the second fight, he didn't fight to his full potential. He feels as though he left a lot inside of the octagon and still believes he is the guy to beat Jon Jones.
Just missed with the leg kick. Jones going for the takedown, he misses. All right, no surprise to see Johnny Bones Jones open with some of those long-range weapons and finding some early success in this one.
That's exactly what he does. He throws the front kick to the leg, and he throws those lead kicks to the body. He's long, he's 6'4" for the weight class, and he has learned masterfully how to fight with his height and his range. All those long-range weapons are Jon Jones' calling card. Inches right there. Wow. It was a good night at that landing.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Now some uppercuts.
He better move, John. He cannot take these uppercuts from this position.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there.
These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
Takedown defense is there. Now he's got the single collar in the clinch. While Jon Jones showing you some of those new weapons here tonight, Mike Winkeljohn is always fond of saying you don't see 30% of what Johnny Bones is able to do in the gym. And with every passing fight, starting to show you new wrinkles, new weapons in that arsenal. Under 3 minutes to go in round one. Throwing that jab, no good.
Oh, he separates from the clinch. Nice block.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. All right, gets inside, gets the single collar tie here. Jones gets hit with a kick. The 1-2 punch is true.
He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to now start to find uppercuts up the middle to try to do damage to his opponent.
Establishing the jab. All right, so Jon Jones having his way with an opponent as we have come to expect in the octagon. He's got the long-range weaponry going tonight.
I mean, it's the striking of Jones, his ability to set traps, his ability to make you fight his fight at his range. When you can't close the distance on Jones, you will have problems. That's exactly what's happening with his opponent tonight. He has not been able to get close enough to find success.
Gustafsson gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Bleeding now, nasty cut on his nose. Oh, there's that low kick, that'll leave a mark.
Gets in close and gets that single collar tie locked in tight.
Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range though with it. Gustafsson gets hit with a kick here. Let's see how he responds. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Hook lands. 45 seconds to go here in round one. Right on the button. So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Final seconds of round one. And now some distance as they pull apart. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, well, I'm no doctor. I'm not going to diagnose a broken nose, but a huge cut on the bridge, and his opponent continues to attack it.
Continues to attack it as he should. He did the damage. He was the one that landed the shot that opened up that cut. Now he's got to make his opponent pay for it. He was a bit lax in the defense, and now he's got that massive cut on the bridge of his nose.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys...
Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was when his first test in elementary school.
Go after the cut. End this fight. End it.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list his performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Postures up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it?
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Oh, Jones getting absolutely worked here from the top. Let's see if there's an uptick in his urgency here as he tries to get back up.
Now he's going full mount. Oh, you gotta be careful there, yep.
Postures up. Ooh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Well, beautiful job there to posture up and land another vicious strike. Nice work there by Johnny Bone.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. Look at that. He's in trouble. It's over. It's over.
Oh, he's trying to buck the hips. Looked like he got the hand ready to tap.
I mean, look at that. What a beautiful display of submission defense. Not panicking in a position that is very, very difficult to deal with.
Under 3 minutes now to go here in round 2. Jones is able to flatten him out. This could be real trouble now. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
He's got to start throwing now.
All right, so now we start to see some visible damage in the form of swelling as the ground and pound strikes continue to land. Under 2 minutes to go in the round.
Start ramming those elbows. Start ramming those elbows.
He's got to be careful here.
Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike.
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Oh, flattens him out now. This could be the beginning of the end.
Oh, he's got him in a choke here.
There's the tap!
Goodness!
Absolutely remarkable what this fighter was able to accomplish here tonight. As you can see, the years of repetitions in the gym to set it up and ultimately get the tap there. Great technique to set up the finish. All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 35 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, John Jones!
All right, so John Jones